We are here with the CEO of Vacatia, and we would like to take advantage of this opportunity to know a little bit more about him and especially about his project.
Great. Well, thanks for talking to me. Vacatia.com launched in September, early September, just this year. We're still in beta and coming out of beta this Friday. So we're now in the marketplace with timeshare listings. It's a focus on bringing buyers and sellers together online for the resale of timeshares. Ultimately, our goal is to become a sales and marketing channel for the entire timeshare industry. But right now we're focused on this very significant issue of the lack of liquidity in the secondary market for resales of timeshare interests. And those are week-long intervals, typically sold in resorts with exchange that allows you to go around the world. And more popular now from the developers is the sale of points. So we support both the resale of weeks and points in the marketplace.
So actually you will become a marketplace, no, or a secondary market for the owners of these timeshare options.
That's right.
And are you mainly focused on the States, or you are planning to grow globally?
Yeah, definitely globally. Eventually, right now we're in North America. We have 12,000 listings for resale in the marketplace. We get a lot of interest in folks who would like to sell in Spain. So it is actually, as you know, a very popular timeshare market for a lot of Europeans. So we will end up supporting Europe next and then into Asia. In North America, it's such a big and robust industry. There are $10 billion of new timeshare interests sold every year. It's much bigger than a lot of people, especially in the travel industry, might realize, because it's been this somewhat protected vertical in the travel space, bringing together real estate sales, which makes it a little bit more complex, and the vacation and travel experience. With our marketplace, the interesting thing is there have been 11.5 million shares that have been sold thus far in North America alone, and globally, of course, additional shares. So we have this freely tradable sharing economy that's already been structured, that we're engaging in helping those buyers and sellers to trade and create liquidity in that secondary market.
So you would define Vacatia as one of the new companies of the collaborative economy?
Yeah, for sure. I actually talk about timeshare as the original share economy for vacationing. Literally resorts that are sold in 1 week intervals, so you have a chance to experience and own and live that second home dream 1 week at a time. So a lot of timeshare owners will buy multiple weeks in multiple resorts or pools of points that allow them to vacation more than 1 week. But the bite-size, vacation increment that I think is great for us to participate in this sharing economy is that 1 week interval at its core.
Is there other competitors in the space, or you are the first company?
We're definitely not the first. The secondary market in resale is probably a somewhat notorious space where post-downturn there have been a lot of scam artists that came in and tried to take advantage of the aging population of timeshare owners who would like to exit their product but haven't had a trusted marketplace to be able to do that. There are some great timeshare brokers that are focused regionally. It's very fragmented. A lot of those characteristics that make it a great opportunity for us in terms of building a trusted marketplace to be able to bring people together and create liquidity. One of the things, just to add to that, one of our sort of key areas of focus is to create this as a trusted marketplace, because there has been a lot of people phone calling, emailing, spamming, trying to get people to post in or pay money for their ads. Our marketplace has no upfront fees. There's only a success fee for the platform when somebody sells. There's a guarantee, almost like a StubHub for timeshare, if you think about it that way, for the buying and selling. We put a guarantee over the listings that will go through the process of letting us verify their information and the data to make sure that we get it correct and that listing becomes transaction ready. One of the big issues in the secondary market is that the data many times is not quite correct. People don't know exactly what they own. We help them through that process, and then we'll put a guarantee over it if they'll allow us to verify that against a deed or a maintenance fee invoice or even a resort estoppel where it becomes authorized by the resort.
Do you total fulfillment of the transactions, or just put in contact the two clients?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that. We're an end-to-end marketplace solution, and that's really, I think, one of the innovations that we're bringing. We've got the key national title companies signed up to be in the marketplace, so North American Title and Fidelity and Chicago and Stewart Title are all available to go through that closing transaction, because it is a sale of real estate. It's a small piece of real estate, a 1-week interval, many times tenancy in common indeed, but it will still need to go through that process, and we offer title insurance in the marketplace as well. So it's truly end-to-end. The buyers and sellers come together and have an anonymous, trusted way to be able to communicate through through our platform, our communication platform. They can make offers, and buyers can negotiate. They can haggle. Once there's an accepted offer, then it moves to the closing process, and we have licensed agents overseeing that closing process. And then as it goes to title, it'll go all the way through closing, and then an introduction to the resort.
So we could say that your value proposition is based on giving and applying technology and expertise to your clients, and being capable to provide to them a trusted marketplace and a very simple process in which you take care of almost everything.
Yeah, I would actually say that it's a great way to put it. We bring a very complex product to our technology solution and present it in a very simple way with all the facts that someone needs to be able to make this type of a purchase. And so what do you get and what don't you get? There's some disablement in the resale marketplace compared to buying new from the developer. So they should know, if you buy a new car, you get some bells and whistles, and you buy the used car, you get a car that has potentially some issues. You want the Carfax report, you want the Kelly Blue Book, all of those sort of analogs to the auto market sort of apply here. We're even creating a certified resale product, very much like a certified pre-owned, and putting not only our guarantee on it, but authorizations from the resort, and being able to then offer a higher price with more guarantees and packaged up and, with more of the benefits, some additional enhancements that will come with that product.
What's your relationship with companies traditionally focus on time sharing, or similar to time sharing, large hotel companies with the most likely real estate programs?
Yeah.
Do they see Vacatia as an advantage for the clients because you are opening or making some simpler this secondary market, or they consider that you could be a competitor because there are so many million of timeshares already in the market that it's difficult that new people will begin to enter into this market?
Right. Well, the simple answer is that we're both. We're both.
Yeah, friend enemies.
Yeah, it's maybe a friendly disruption. This is a transformation of an industry that's going to happen regardless of anything we do. Yeah. But the brands, I mean, this is Hyatt and Hilton and Marriott and Starwood and Disney, who are engaged in the sale of timeshares, and that $10 billion of sales is primarily driven by the brands now. The earlier start of this were independent resorts. So there is a concern of cannibalization in the secondary market when it becomes liquid and transparent and people can transact more readily. But I'll tell you, the thing that the industry faces more than anything is a secondary market that keeps going down and down and down in terms of its liquidity and the pricing. The pricing has now dropped in the secondary market by 50% in the last few years. So the average resale timeshare is $5,000, and the average new timeshare is $20,000. So the difference is significant, and the difference between the products are not so significant. There might be a disablement, so you can't use hotel points if you don't buy new, but a lot of people just want to buy in that resort and go to Hawaii in that season every year, and so the resale product really works for them. So we've really spent time with all the brands and said we want to create a marketplace with some new products, and like has happened in travel and hotels online, find ways for the developer to engage in this marketplace. So there is a secondary product that is out there. We're trying to elevate it and present it and celebrate the greatness and satisfaction levels that people have with using the product when they have it, but make it easier at the point of exit to create a satisfied customer and complete the life cycle, the customer life cycle that hasn't been completed because exit has been so difficult. And then as we move up that sort of product stratification, this certified product is something the developer can participate in, and then we can start to sell new timeshares online. I mean, the average sales and marketing cost in the industry is 50% to sell a timeshare right now. So of that $20,000 price, $10,000 was used to make that sale in sales and marketing, and that's not going to be sustainable over time with the next generation, Gen X and millennials coming in now that are perfectly suited to buy this product. It's a sharing economy product that gives you that flexibility not only to go back to that resort, but to exchange to go many places or have points that are truly flexible as a currency. And so our trying to bring this marketplace to both the industry and the consumer is our absolute goal.
Our last question: how do you plan to reach your potential clients?
About 100 different ways. There are a lot of people who go through timeshare presentations every year who don't buy. There are a lot of timeshare owners who want to buy more timeshare. People who have been exposed, staying with their families for years, and now are in the age group to buy timeshares. So number one, there is just a broad exposure of people thinking about timeshare. They hear about the secondary market. They go online after they go through the resort tour, or they're back home and they decided not to buy. There's a conversion rate of less than 15% on sales when people go through the traditional sales presentation in a timeshare resort, which really hasn't changed for since the beginning of the mid-70s of the industry. And so our ability to now go out and through the distribution of our listings in multiple channels and expose people to the fact that there is this resale option and solution, and that it can be credible and safe and secure is really the goal. And we'll end up with rentals as well, which we think will be our biggest sort of lead generation, if you will. A lot of this inventory is available for sale or for rent, and so as we power rentals in the coming few months, then we'll start distributing, even through some OTAs, the inventory, because it's a great week-long interval at a fantastic price, a great deal, to be able to stay for that 1 week and experience that resort, whether or not you're interested in buying a timeshare or not. It's might be, I'm a Marriott owner, so it might be in the Marriott Ocean Beach Club in Maui, one of the most popular resorts, that we allow somebody to rent in, and then while they're there, we can ask if they'd like to learn about that product, and frankly, make that introduction to Marriott. If somebody's on site and they're renting and they're experiencing it, they might be interested in buying from the developer rather than buying resale. So again, we want to be a channel for the industry, and that means that at whatever price point, whatever product set that buyer might want.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, Keith,
Yeah.
for your time. The project sounds really promising and inspiring. So best luck and all the best for Vacatia
Thank
in
you.
the future.